Hey, I am Oki. I am a coffee drinker. I am a lover of coffee. I'm sure you are too. But I have one question. The question is, can every coffee, all the coffees ever made, produced, processed, or whatever, brewed, can they all have sweetness? That's the question I want to attempt to talk about today. It's kind of coming through. I've been trying to brew this coffee for the past couple of days, almost a week. It's not a bad coffee. It's a medium roast, Costa Rican. It's a fruit bomb, of course. It's a natural processed coffee. But as I was tasting it and understanding it and trying to conquer it, and that's a story for another day, I was thinking, what is there? Why can't I get more sweetness out of this coffee? It has some sweetness. This is a medium roast, so medium roast should have a little bit more sweetness compared to a lighter roast, at least to my palate. But I started to wonder, it's like, can every single coffee have that type of sweetness that we crave and want? I think the answer is no. I think there's probably a degree of variations in what you can get. Can you get maximum sweetness out of every single coffee? No. But I do think something about this particular coffee or this way of thinking and logic and everything is that okay? That's really what I'm getting at, really. Is that perfectly okay? Does every single coffee need sweetness? And the reason why I'm bringing up sweetness is because a lot of times when you're dealing with coffees, you want some type of balance. Acidity is great. It's awesome. I love it. I really do. It shows what the true character of what a coffee can be. But if it doesn't have that other element to balance it out, it's kind of just one notey. I think that's one of my biggest gripes that I've had with lighter roasted coffees. And unfortunately, at least for me, it's starting to dip into the medium roast level, at least on this coffee for right now. I'm able to get that sweetness, that balance characteristic out of a Brazilian coffee. It's tasty, it's delicious, it makes sense, right? And even though it's not acidic forward, it does have those elements in order to balance the cup. Because again, one way versus the other, we're dealing with two spectrums, right? And we want some type of balance and type of something that where it grabs us and it gives us some time to think about that coffee. I think that's the reasons why I'm chasing balance. And again, this is not a 50-50 split. This is something that we kind of understand when we drink coffee. It gives us that element of surprise, that element of like curiosity. At least to me. I know I'm sounding like a broke down novelist trying to describe how awesome coffee is. But that's the thing that I'm chasing. Sure, I'm chasing that clarity, what I'm actually tasting in the cup and how it presents itself in different elements, different brews and different temperatures and all that stuff. But in this case, right now, the way it is, it's not there. It's not gelling. Well, I thought the way that I brewed it would bring out more sweetness, but it just concentrated the acidity even more so. 100 1 to 12 ratio for this particular coffee. 11 grams, 132 grams of water, 50-gram bloom, about 1 minute and 45 seconds of total brew time. A little bit less, actually. Relatively fast brew. 190 degrees Fahrenheit. Because for me, as I like to taste coffees and experience them, especially if I'm trying to coax sweetness out of it a little bit more, it's at that lower temperature. And I wouldn't say this is the most acidic that it has been, but it's there. Use third wave water, dark roast. That tends to tame down the acidity. But in this cup, it doesn't really do that. So again, no matter what we try to do and what we're trying to do with coffees, is it perfectly fine just to call it, just to say, not all coffees are going to have that sweetness that we crave and want, that balance that we want in a cup of coffee? It could be. It could be the case. It could be just something that we just have to deal with and understand that we're not going to get sweetness out of every cup. Just perfectly fine. But I don't know why I keep chasing it. Because for me, sweetness was actually realized, experienced a lot later for me. I don't know where your sweetness phenomenon has ever come through. Have you ever tasted sweetness in coffee? But mine's happened very late. I would say about 4 years ago, probably 5 years ago, to where I know it was there in probably another coffee that I had that I talked about from time to time. But this is the true, time experience that I've gone through to where I truly tasted sweetness. How it woke me up, how it gave me an opportunity to experience coffee on the even playing field, how it allowed me to understand and appreciate coffee even more so because it was different, it was unique. It's something that I've never ever tasted before. This goes beyond the whole beer thing, the whole wine thing, all that stuff. This is what coffee was presenting itself to me. And as I experienced that time and that notion and that understanding of what I was truly, really tasting, it was simply magical. It was something that I just looked forward to. And every single time I crack open a new bag and drink it and try to explore it and try to get to the place of understanding and wow, of I'm going to experience something magical. I know that I am getting closer to the point of getting there with most coffees. But in this coffee, at least right now, the way it is, the way I'm doing things, it's not there. And I just can't let myself just get there to accept that. If that makes any sense. I want to keep pushing this coffee, keep coaxing it, trying different recipes, and just really try to do this click, this thing, whatever it may be. I'm just trying to get there. And even though I know for the most part that sweetness, that type of balance that I'm looking for is not there for this particular coffee, I still chase it. It's like that rainbow that I'm thinking about right now, that I'm trying to grab hold on, trying to chase it, trying to drive to it, trying to see for what it's what its wonders are, why it's magical. And that could be the problem that I'm having right now. This coffee is what it is right now. I should probably just experience it for what it is and what it is doing for my palate right now. Getting to the point to where I'm accepting, I am settling, I am getting to understand what this coffee is and all about. And that's probably perfectly fine. That's probably perfectly fine to just taste this coffee, drink it, like it for whatever reason, don't like it for whatever reason, and then move on. That's kind of like where I'm at. I want to continue to chase, but I know I need to appreciate. Those things are on opposite spectrums. And as I think about it and try to understand it even more so, I'm here with you right now as a coffee drinker, just trying to not so much get better with coffee, just to understand and appreciate it. And that's where I'm at with this. This will always be a to be continued, because it's just something that we want to experience in each and every coffee. And truthfully, it's probably not possible. And that's the issue that I have with all of this. Or it could be just a challenge and something that I look forward to every time that I drink coffee. Probably something that you go through all the time. I don't know if I'm just a crazy nut to where I'm analyzing the shit out of things and kind of seeing it for what it is or whatnot. But it's going to get to the point to where I'm going to just have to accept this coffee for what it is, for what it's telling me. Because once I do that, I will probably appreciate and enjoy coffee for what it is. Because they're all different. They all speak to you differently. And even though this is not my particular cup of tea, in this present moment, there's things that I do like about it. I love the intensity of the smell, the way it actually kind of represents what I'm actually tasting in the cup. I'm not smelling that sweetness, but I am smelling that tropical intensity of coffee. So yeah, that could be what it is. That's perfectly fine. I don't think I would ever relax and get to the point of just wanting more out of my coffees from time to time, depending on the situation, depending on the things that I'm trying to do with the coffee. So, this is me just blabbling on about coffee intensity and greatness and letdown and not finding that sweetness and just kind of getting there to just appreciate it for what it is. So that's what I'm going to do now. If that makes any sense. Or continue to do the things that I'm doing and just sit here and ponder and just continue to drink this cup of coffee and seeing what else kind of things that I can get out of it. And probably the best thing I can do is have the least amount of expectations from a cup of coffee. It is just coffee, right? Got other things to worry about in life, right? Just coffee, right? Nah. That's the point. It's amazing. Even when it sometimes lets you down. This is Okay at Everyday Being signing off. I'll talk to you later. Bye.